Welcome back to episode 25 in the Youthful Revolution series featuring Immortal DC. The 5th season is coming to an end, so let's take a look at the top 3 most important matches I've played since the last time. We are starting today away from home against our parent club Viz, a 4-0 victory, and they are 13th in the league. Rise into Hopfer, and Hopfer is gonna go over to Da Silva, who is gonna cut in, and he's gonna take a shot, and it's gonna go in. Lovely. We did also score a penalty, Enrique took care of that one. And Pinto into Vilhag on a set piece. The power is there to get it over the line. And very late in the game here, 85 minutes in, Piguinhar is taking care of this ball, crossing it in, and we're gonna take a lovely goal there for Tenaklier. He's actually scoring a lot with his header. Everything just went really well in this one. Also, Luca Tenaklier, yet again, player of the match. He's been on it. He's been on it for the entire season. He's been probably the best player. Yeah, just a really good win against our parent club. I mean, I'm a bit surprised how well this went. 4-0 away from home, that's a fantastic result. From a big win to a small loss away from home against TND, who is currently sitting 5th in the league, but they were 2nd when we played them. And the lonesome goal was a penalty. Yeah, not great. So, we finally lost. Well, you don't know this, but this result right here came after a 20-game undefeated run. 20 games undefeated. So I think I can allow one loss here because it wasn't the worst one in the world to lose. I mean, against number 2 in the league and also away from home on a penalty. You know, it's not the worst in the world, but it's just, of course, annoying. But maybe the most important match, at least it felt like that when I played it, is against SLBB away from home, and we did win it 3-0, and they are 7th in the league. This one also started with a penalty for Enrique, and not one, but 2 very late goals. The first one here, Jürgensen just getting in there, and he's gonna take his chances. That is one of the goals of the seasons, that one. And then in the 94th minute here, we are gonna get a goal for De Pauler as well. I believe it is Mbalo getting the assist. There we are. Yeah, it's 2 very late goals, and both of them actually came on very late, so it did feel really nice. And also Birotti with a really good performance here. He definitely kept us in. They had a couple of fairly decent chances. They should probably have scored on at least one of them. So Birotti, player of the match in this one for sure. So the full schedule since the last time is 10 games, and we have 7 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Yeah, and like I mentioned, that right here, this loss, that was upon a 20-run undefeated kind of run. That was an insane run. Absolutely fantastic end to this season so far. So far. We do have 2 games left. And it is against number 18 and also against number 14 in the league. So it is fairly easy matches overall. Alright guys, so here is the kicker. We are number 3 in the league with 61 points, and the one above us, Oliveriense, also got 61 points, but they actually got a worse goal score. But that's not the first rule. The first rule is the one with a better record against each other is number 1. So Oliveriense got a better record than us, so that's why they are number 2 right now. And first place is Firenze because they played 1 more game, so it's even more important that we can win the last 2, right? And I would say, I mean, it's already now, just overall, right? Overall, incredible season, absolutely fantastic season. But we still have a chance to both win the league, get a 2nd spot, a 3rd spot, and we could also get unlucky and get a 4th or even 5th spot, right? There is still so much to play for here. The 5th place could still also get up there, so it's just the last 2 games we have to play against number 14 and also 18 is going to be important to win, because we could still win the league. Maybe. It's a maybe, but it's a chance that there is a chance. But before we get to the last 2 games, we of course have a couple of other things to talk about. First of all, the youth intake, right? We have 4 signings out of, you know, the list. So definitely a better youth intake this season than last season, but it's still not incredible. It does say elite talents here now. These 2 of these guys was definitely not elite talents when they came in the first time, but we do have 3 elite talents apparently and 1 top talent. Let's take a look at them. Bruno Ludovina is a goalkeeper, and he is fairly okay. He got a couple of issues going on for him. One is that he got a very long injury right now. He's out for 3 months, so that's gonna hurt his development, of course. And the other one is his personality is unambitious. I didn't really want to sign him, but I thought if this is one of 4 guys I'm gonna sign, okay, let's deal with it. Let's see if we can do something about this unambitious mentality. But overall, pretty decent goalkeeper. He got reflexes of 14. He needs to work on the jumping reach. He needs to work on his aerial reach. Decent positioning of 12. I like that. Also decision making of 13. So he's definitely not a bad goalkeeper. One-on-ones is 8. A little bit low, but still not bad for a 15-year-old. Actually, oh, he's 16 now, actually. So yeah, but still. The only negative is his unambitious personality. Rogiro Hermenegildo. Wow, what a name. I can't pronounce that at all. But he's probably the best of the bunch. He's a fairly professional attacking forward, pressing forward sort of thing. Shadow striker maybe. I think I'm training him as a pressing forward right now, and he do have some interesting number like teamwork 15, off the ball 11, finishing and first touch 11 and 12. Yeah, I mean, he got that. Determination of 14, flair of 13, and he got decent physicals as well, except from his strength, which he needs to work on. Also, concentration levels would be good to go up. But overall, I mean, he fits the DNA almost. So yeah, I mean, nothing negative about him per se. But one thing I would like to see go up on him is probably his passing, because he's probably going to drop deep quite a bit. So a bit better passing would be nice to see on him, and of course the strength would be nice to see as well. And he can't play, and he can't really play the entire match right now with a natural fitness of 5, so that also needs to go up. But that usually do go up on the youngsters. So overall, probably just the best intake we have had in 1 or 2 seasons. João Oliveira, a 15-year-old attacking midfielder. He is not too bad, I would say. I think the only negative I can really say about this guy, well, he got a couple of negatives. One of them is his personality is balanced, unfortunately. But it's not the worst one in the world. The other one is that his agility is fairly low, and his overall physicals is, you know, it needs to be worked on. At least he got the balance of 14, but acceleration and pace needs to go up, and also probably strength need to go up a little bit. But otherwise, he's a fairly good attacking midfielder. Maybe passing needs to go up, maybe long shots needs to go up, but other than that, good vision, good technique, good first touch, good decision making, good flair. Yeah, he looks like a promising one, and he do have 5-star potential. Not current ability is very low, but the potential ability seems to be, yeah, he could be there. Also, sort of fit our custom DNA. Not quite, but yeah, he's not terrible at least. And the last one is gonna be Ronald Melo, and he is a central defender, or maybe a defensive midfielder. We will see about that. But yeah, he is, I mean, he's okay. He's fairly ambitious. Good jumping reach, good natural fitness, so he can play all day long. Teamwork is 16, so that's pretty good. Decent work rate. Need to work a little bit on some of his physicals, also need to work on his heading, but otherwise there is definitely potential in this guy. Is there any weaknesses? Probably no, not really, because a lot of these things he can work on, like the vision and the passing and the first touch. If he needs to be a ball-playing defender, he can work on that. Right now, he just needs to work on the defensive things. So probably his weakness is that yeah, probably the heading, right? That's the only real weakness he has. We also got a new coach, and he is a very, very, very good coach. He is expensive on £775. His name is Michael Delestres, and he is doing a lot of the things in the back room right now. He is basically, I actually signed this guy to become head of youth development later on, because he is also a fairly professional. So, and he got everything we want in a youth development kind of, head of youth development kind of guy. But right now I couldn't get him to be that, so I just brought him in as a coach, and he's a brilliant coach. He's definitely our best coach in the club right now. And just to follow up on the whole backroom staff, I've actually given out contracts to basically almost all of our guys. The only ones that I haven't given it to is the director of football, along with, I forgot who it was, but there was a couple. Oh yeah, the head of youth, of course. I haven't given it to the regular head of youth here, because I kind of want to get rid of him. I want another guy. I mean, he's determined. That is good. I mean, he is a determined kind of nationality or personality, but I kind of want the other guy at some stage to become the head of youth. So, but overall, I've given contracts to basically everyone again, and the reason I'm doing that is because of the wages. If I were to go out and find completely new, you know, and I wouldn't even be able to get someone every single case that would be better, and even if I couldn't get someone that is better, they might be costing us 400, not 400, but 4 times more, like 4 times more in wages. Most of the coaches would want at least, and that's the very low point, 500, right? Where most of our guys are like 100, maybe 200, some of them 300. So just for the cost of it, I have actually given most of them contracts running for, let's actually take a look at Rodrigo here. His contract is running for to 2031, and he do have a contract extension after promotion for 3 years. So most of our contracts now are either 2 to 3 years plus an extension when we do go up. So we could potentially have most of these guys for like 5 to 6 years. Also a small update on the dynamics, which is finally the team cohesion is in the green. That is, it's actually the first time I see that for a couple of years now, because we have that whole group of players that we started with. Fabinho and the likes, where they are now gone, right? None of them are here, so all of them are youngsters, and we of course need new leaders. And finally, we have some leaders emerging, right? Jurgensen, the vice captain, is actually the team leader right now, and we might make him, if he's gonna stay for next season, we might make him captain instead of Hopper. So we probably will switch those two around. But we also have Tinaglia, who is actually an influential player now, along with Reis, Tressa, and also Berotti. So 2 of the Italian players, actually 3 of the Italian players is in the influential. That's kind of interesting. So we have the Italian mafia going into the influential players now. That is very interesting, actually. I mentioned that we did have a lot out on loan this season, and I don't think I actually shown you who it was, because I mean, why not show you, right? So we actually do have a lot out on loan, and some of them went out pretty late and stuff, but it seems like most of them are actually enjoying life out there. All of them is getting playtime because of how I've set it up. So we are only going for loan deals in Portugal, right? We have some in the 4th division, some in the 3rd division. Do we have anyone in the 2nd division? Nah. We also have one in the under 19th here, Santos, who has been absolutely fantastic out there. He's just smashing it. And I've actually signed a new contract for him. And I have signed new contracts for some of the guys in our, generally speaking, if they were running out of contract, or maybe they needed a new contract for one reason or the other. So we don't have a lot of contracts actually running out right now. Let's actually take a look at that. If we are filtering for everyone, and then we are also taking unavailable and not a club out, we can now see everyone in our club. And if we just make sure that we do not look at the loan deals, of course, we have Alio Silver, we have Mateos, we have Nascimento, and is there anyone else? No. So we only have 3 players actually running out of contract now. But let's go back to the loan screen here, because yeah, just a quick look at it. I mean, some of them are actually developing really nicely out there. Someone like Silva here, he's been really good out there. He's developing quite nicely, playing quite a few games. I think he went on loan like in winter or something like that. Revier has been okay out there. Santos, like I said, he's been really good out there. He's developing quite nicely. Giordano, one of the goalkeepers, is out there. He's doing really well back in the 4th division. Igor on the 3rd division here. That is an interesting one. We might get a use out of Igor again next season. He could be good enough now to actually deserve a spot already. I mean, he's looking fairly good, isn't he? Yeah, I like how he looks now. Sambu has been fairly good. I did not expect him to be playing that well, but he is also developing really nicely out there. So quite a lot of them is doing quite well out on loan. Alright, so next game, Caldas. They are bottom of the league. They are playing wing play. Unfortunately, this screen is still not working. There was actually an update to this skin since the last episode. And the tactical screen have been, that's way better now. So the only thing, I believe the only bug and the only thing that is not working and is not great is this right here. This expected tactic is simply not working. But everything else in this skin now is just big thumbs up. I really like it. Scout report, let's take a look here. What are they good at? What are they terrible at? It seems like they don't have a lot of strengths. Okay, defensive near post, set pieces, first contact. Okay, that's something. Through balls, they are pretty good at through balls. That's probably good. I think how they are gonna beat us is from a through ball. Like one random chance or one random set piece they're gonna get, and they can score on us. Creativity, 7 out of the 12 assists in the last 18 matches came from just outside the penalty area. Okay. But they're not very good at set pieces, it seems, so that's good. Flair, punching, acceleration, stamina, passing. I mean, they are not good at anything, these guys. Not good at corners, not good in defense. Right back is a terrible one, apparently. But yeah, lots of... I mean, we are probably just gonna go in and play how we want and then change it if we see something is not working. In their last home game, they played pretty wide in this is it a 4-3-3? I think it was a 4-3-3. I'm actually not sure. It looks like a 4-3-3. I can't really tell. What about without the ball? Fairly narrow. Okay, so we're probably gonna be playing fairly wide, or at least a lot wider than what we are normally, because narrow against these guys, that's probably not gonna work. Alright, so like I said, the tactics screen have changed to this, which is great. This is just, I mean, it is filling out the entire space, and yeah, we even got this one in here, but I'm not using it anymore. I'm just using the data hub instead. But anyway, what are we gonna do against these guys? Well, next match only. And I think we're gonna put it on balanced. Right now, it's actually 50-50 between balanced and cautious. So right now it's actually tipping over to balanced because we're using it. That is gonna be banned next season. So it's really close. It's really close. So in here, I think, and I will also set this up, like every single season when we are done, I'm gonna set up what we have used the most as this, you know, then that is this tactic that we have been using. And that is the things that we can ban and unban and stuff like that. But anyway, right now I am feeling like we should probably go standard, slightly more direct, and actually also hit early crosses, because I think we could hit them on that. Mixed crosses as well. Underlap, yeah, I think we will underlap. We will probably sit on, I don't know if they're gonna sit on the, no, they were playing wing play, so I think we are gonna be sitting on the possession. I think we're gonna have maybe 50-50 possession or something like that, but I think hit early crosses might be helping out here, because they want to be sitting very narrow, and we are really good at running in behind when we are countering. So I think hit early crosses might be good here, and that's probably it. I don't want to change anything else here in terms of how we are defending or transitioning. So that's about it. Let's find out who we are gonna play here. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. I've completely, like 10 games ago, just after the last episode, I decided to actually change the entire set piece routine, and we have been doing a lot better since that on the corners and stuff like that. But yeah, the corners have completely changed. I got an immortal near corner, immortal short corner, and also the immortal far post. And the far post have actually produced two goals, so I'm pretty happy with that actually. But overall, it's and frequency is this right now, so it's looking quite good. We do have a short corner as well. It haven't produced any. It had produced a couple of big chances, but no goals. The other two do produce goals now, so that's pretty good. And also, I have changed free kick taking and also throw-ins. Actually, we are doing long throws now. Yeah, we're doing long throws in the attacking third, of course. And I've also changed the other two a little bit. And especially the long throws seems to be doing really well. We are just getting all of our defenders up, and you know, and we're not capable of throwing it long, but we are capable of sustaining kind of the attack in another way compared to what we would normally do when we are having throw-ins. So it seems to be working so far. Also, defensive duties are, of course, everything has changed and everything is better. In my opinion, right now, it seems like it's better. Right, so we got quite a few issues when it comes to injuries and yellow cards and stuff like that. We got like the likes of Hugo is out, Di Paula is out, Jørgensen is out, Tinaklier is out, so not the best front line at all. And also Piguinhar is out over here, so it doesn't look good right now. And a couple of players are also a little bit unfit. Flammel has actually played quite a few games from the bench. He's also injured. Roshata is injured. Not an important player actually, but just to mention him. Also, yeah, that's not really important. But yeah, quite a few players that would normally start in is definitely... I'm a bit worried because up top we don't really have the best players. But let's just go by the goalkeeper here. Birotti, Hopfer, Tressa, Faigio is going to get a time in here because... Yeah, who was it? Reis, yeah, he's out with yellows. He can't play because he got 5 yellows, so he can't play this one. Velhag is in there, so it's a decent enough backline. I'm not too worried about that. Pinto and Enrique is the normal starting 11 players in there as well. Saulo have been doing good when he is playing. He's not playing that many games, but I'm not too worried about him starting in there. Da Silva, he is the starter as well on the left-hand side, so that's good. But this is where I mean, Embalo on a pressing forward role. I'm like debating if I should just try this guy instead. Bruno Valle. He might be a better option up top. Should I do that? I mean, is he a pressing? Is Embalo even worth playing as a pressing forward? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he can do that. He can do that. Okay, let's just do Imbalo, because Imbalo has actually been playing quite well overall. He got 6.93. He's not been good in the last couple of games he played, but still. And then Gregolin. Gregolin have actually been playing quite well. He's scoring a couple of goals here and there when he is playing, so I'm pretty happy with him starting in. It's not an issue. I would just rather start with Jurgensen in there, and also what's the other guy's name? I always forgot. Tinaglia is definitely our best striker. So, but unfortunately we don't have them. But that is our starting 11 for this one. So one thing I want to mention before we're getting into this one, I want to cut out all the substitutes. You know, the normal substitutes that I'm doing. I'm okay with, you know, showing all the tactical stuff and all that, and also the goals. But I kind of want to, you know, just cut out some of the fluff, and I guess I already are. This episode is already a lot of fluff already, just talking about who is starting in and stuff. But definitely the subs thing I'm gonna cut that out for you guys. But anyway, let's get into it. 13 minutes in, we are gonna have the first highlight of the game, actually. I don't think we've played too well, but yeah, they are gonna be making a mistake here. Monterio is trying to play it up to someone, and they're just giving it away to Tressa here, who is just, you know, straight away hitting it up to Gregolin, and he's going down the line, and he's gonna cut it in, and that is an own goal, but I'm gonna give it to Imbalo. He was there, so I would probably give it to him. I did say I didn't want to show you the substitutes, but I do want to show you the substitutes that actually matters, like this one when we do get an injury, or, you know, tactical big stuff happening with substitutes. But just the regular substitutes, I'm not gonna show you that. So yeah, Saulo is injured after 14 or 13 minutes here. Not great, a potential foot injury right after the goal, actually. Oh yeah, see, now this is an interesting one, because this he already did play one game for us in one match, but he is actually an academy player. This is an intake, and he is one of the first since Igor. This is the first guy that is coming through, and yeah, I think we're putting him on. He looks really good. 17-year-old here. Let's bring him in. Let's give him a chance here. He have started in one match already, but that is his second chance right there, and that's gonna be from the 13-minute and onwards. So big chance for Calhau to make an impression here. 20 minutes in, the usual pause here to talk about how it's going. So I mean, I'm happy about the scoreline, don't get me wrong. There was one more highlight, but it wasn't really anything important, just a set piece for us. So overall, I'm actually not happy. I think we should have done better against these guys. I'm not 100% sure what is going on, so let's take a look at the analyzer here. So they are actually average position with the ball very wide, which is okay, I suppose, but of course very narrow when they don't have the ball. We are probably not wide enough. We are not wide enough to actually get any advantage here, because, yeah, I think we need to do something here in instructions. Maybe slightly, I think the passing directness is going slightly down here. I think hit early crosses is still gonna be it. Underlap, I don't think we need that actually. And maybe we also, do we want to be more expressive? Nah, I don't think so. I think the attacking width is probably just gonna stay the same, or fairly wide. I think we're going fairly wide. I think we aren't gonna try and go fairly wide. Do we want to play down the left and right? I think so, yeah. Go down left and right, and just be a little bit more wide, a little bit more, less directness in the passing. Because I think we can, yeah, it doesn't look like it, but I think we could take advantage here. Just being a little bit less direct here. So let's try and do that. God dang, I thought I had these set pieces down to a T, but no, this looked terrible. That was terrible defending here. Thankfully, Pinto is also capable of the special sometime. That's a good goal. All right, that was half time. That was, yeah, I don't think I'm actually too happy about that. I mean, yeah, we are in front 2-1, but I'm not happy about how that set piece happened. And I'm not happy about us conceding that goal. So definitely, I have some work to do with the set pieces. I'm gonna do it after this match. But yeah, definitely on that kind of set piece, I need some trackers. I need someone to track some of the runners, because that didn't work out at all. That was really poor. So one thing I'm wondering if we should, no, not that, go back. Thank you. Why can I not? That's so stupid. When you click something in here, it's been like this forever and ever. And so when you go into like the instructions or something like that in here, you can't actually do anything. It's so stupid. Can we like click something else and maybe get it up again? No. I hate that. I hate that so much. Now I can't do any changes in this half. It's so stupid, isn't it? So just because I click something wrong here, I can't do anything. I click the opposition instructions and I click back, and now I can't hit anything here. Can I actually go to the dressing room and then do it? Okay, do it. Because it's just an annoying thing, and it's not a skin thing. It's actually FM. It's been like that for 20 years. It's such an annoying thing, and I don't understand why they're not fixing it. It's something that everyone is saying every single year that it's a bug, and it's never getting fixed. I don't understand it. But anyway, what I wanted to change here is the in possession. I want to play for set pieces. I think we could definitely get a goal, one more goal on set pieces, so we want to play for set pieces. But otherwise, it's probably not worth changing anything. We're doing okay in some aspects of the game, but I am a little bit worried about some other aspects of it. I think I'm actually going to go for low crosses again. Yeah, let's go back to low crosses. Maybe we should go cautious as well right now, just from the get-go of this start of the half, or start of second half here, because they're probably going to come out and really try to push us. So we might as well go cautious and just, you know, hopefully counter them. So yeah, there we are. Alright, so 54 minutes in here, just a couple of minutes later. I can definitely see that the match momentum is going their way, and I don't really feel like that when we are countering them, I don't feel like there's gonna be enough space for our players actually. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually something that doesn't make a lot of sense for many of, I mean, it might not make sense, but it will when sometimes it happens like this. And you're thinking, oh, I should go even more wide. But actually, they are already defending fairly wide as it is, because we are attacking fairly wide. So I'm actually going to go in the entire different direction here, because if we can play it into our midfielders narrowly and then switch it out wide with the hit early crosses, or just one of the wingbacks hitting it early, there's going to be so much space that when we are passing it into space, there's going to be so much space out here, because they will also be defending very narrowly. So I hope that is going to create a little bit more opportunity for us. Should we go actually passing directness slightly more direct right now, because they do have the ball and we are cautious mentality, so also more direct here. Full time, yes, a 2-1. So we were definitely looking better after those tactical choices. Yeah, we didn't really give a lot away after that. The match momentum was definitely going our way. Can we see that anywhere here? No, apparently not. Maybe in the analytic data. Nope. The match momentum is only something we can see when we are actually playing. But yeah, the match momentum went our way after those choices that I decided to go with. So overall, I'm not too satisfied with the performance here. I think we should have created more. I think we should have been better. But yeah, okay, we are away from home, but we are away from home against the worst team in the league. So, I mean, I'm very happy with the result. Absolutely. 3 points here. That was the thing we were after, and we got it. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. But the performance, you know, there's a couple of things here and there that I'm not too happy with. Also, some of my tactical choices. It was kind of hard to figure out what to do against them and how to attack them, but it definitely worked out in the last 20 minutes or something like that. That is where we were probably best. It is not often I show you this screen. Right after the match, you get this screen with all the updates, what's happening. So what we can see here is that we are currently #1. So Olivier Rense did actually win their match. So why are they not up there as well? Why are they not in front of us? I am confused about that, actually. Very confused. Firenze also on 64 points. So the only thing we know for sure now is that we are in top 3, because Belenenses here, they did not get their game over the line. Or, I mean, maybe because we won and everyone else did win, that made sure that they couldn't catch us. I'm not too sure about that, but definitely in top 3. Question is, which positioning are we gonna get after the last match? It's, I don't know. We need to check up on who Olivier Rense is also playing, and also Firenze, because if they're playing each other, oh boy, that's a golden opportunity to win the league then. Olivier Rense is playing TND in their schedule. That is a 6th place team, so that's not gonna be an easy match for them. And Firenze is gonna play Vis, who is our parent club, of course, and they are 13, so a little bit easier for them. Alright, last match of the season. AVS SAT at home. They are playing wing play. Alright, let's check out the scout report here. They like to play through balls. They're pretty good at near post set pieces. Not good for us, of course, but hey, it is what it is. But also a lot of minuses. Anything too great out of the ordinary here? Not really. I'm not really seeing anything that is really popping out to me. Alright, well, it is what it is. Average possession with the ball, it looks like a 4-3-3, a bit offset with this guy over here being a little bit more, that's interesting. But yeah, just a pretty regular 4-3-3, fairly normal lines, not really narrow, not really wide. And without the ball, they are really deep, so they're probably not gonna be trying to push us too hard. But with this, I mean, we need to figure out how we can. I mean, there is space here, right? There is space in the half spaces right here. But the question is, can we play through them and find that space? It's probably we probably need to play a little bit more direct than normally, and while still controlling the game. It's not gonna be easy, this one, I don't think. But there is definitely room in the central midfield here where we can have our central defenders come really high up and have our inverted wing back in there, and probably also a defensive midfielder doing something. And then we just need to find a way through, I think. Okay, so I think we're gonna set up quite like the other, actually going balanced again. And that means actually, with doing that, that also means that balanced is gonna be the one that is gonna be banned next season. So that's gonna be interesting. In possession, I think underlapping might be a good idea, and I think also hit early crosses might be a good idea, but I'm not too sure about it because they are so far deep. Do we want to hit early crosses, or do we want to go to the byline and cross it in with a low cross? You know what, I'm actually more tempted to go not hit early crosses and actually maybe work the ball into the box, because I think they're gonna sit deep. So attacking with, I think narrow might be it, because there's gonna be room for our defensive midfielders in there. And then we're gonna, you know, find whatever space we can and get it out wide and then cross it in probably. Or, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I think. Slightly more direct. I think we're gonna leave it as slightly more direct, actually. I'm a little bit worried about that one. Maybe we will go to standard. Maybe we will go to standard. I don't think we're gonna play for set pieces here. They seem to be pretty good on the near post, so I guess we're not gonna do that. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, we could do... Nah, we're not gonna do anything in there. Okay, let's see who we are playing. Alright, so I think it's gonna be a little bit better in this one compared to the last one when it comes to quality on the pitch and also on the bench. Beruti in game, Beruti on the goal. Hopfer, Teresa, Reis is back in there. Velhak is in there. Pinto, Enrique, Gonçalves is gonna take the wing this time around. Da Silva over here. Jurgensen, Di Paula is finally back in. Jurgensen is not quite fit, but definitely the choice to get in there if we can get him in there. So yeah, also the bench seems a little bit better this time around. So I guess that's it. I guess that's gonna be the player for the last game of the season, and hopefully we can find a win, because if not, we are probably gonna get the third spot, and that means playoffs, and I'd rather just get directly promoted, to be honest. 5 minutes in, Da Silva is picking the ball up, but they are returning it right to him again when he's trying to move it forward. But cross into Jurgensen, and that is why we're starting him in. And let's just pause it right after that goal, because of course I will update you on this kind of stuff. Latest scores, we are the only one that have scored, so that's good. We are top of the league right now. Well, I don't think it's actually have been updated over here, but we should... Do we only have... No, we have 67. Yeah, it hasn't updated, but we have 67 points and the other two have 65. So I will update you if they score. Just 1 minute later, and this is what I'm talking about, the long throws. It might not happen every single time, but we got a lot of bodies forward, and Gonçalves is one of them to bring it to 2-0. 20 minutes in, and no goals in the other two games. Where are they? Let's see, Firenze is here against Vis, and the other one is right here. Firenze is down here against TND. 0 goals in those. So we are looking really, really good after 20 minutes here with 2 goals up. That is fantastic, and I don't really have anything to change for us. Half-time, and yeah, things are going well in our game, so I can't really... I mean, I don't really have any complaints. We're doing fine here. I mean, we don't have a lot of chances, but it's okay. It's fine. So more interesting, let's take a look here. Did they manage to score near the end? Nope, there's nothing happening in the other games, which is fantastic for us. That is fantastic. All right, well, that's... man, this second half is gonna be interesting. I mean, we are definitely looking like the most, you know, promising one to go up right now and also win the title. But it could, I mean, things can happen in 45 minutes time, so let's just get in there and hope for the best. There have been a goal in Firenze, and it is not Firenze, it is our parent club Vis. They are helping us out, absolutely helping us out here. That is fantastic news. Still no goals down in Firenze after 59 minutes, but that is very, very good news for us on at least getting top 2. That is... I wouldn't say guaranteed, but it's very likely gonna happen now. Oh, but they got back. It's a 1-1 now after 66, so they got back into it, Firenze. Still no goals in Firenze. 10 minutes to go, and Gregolin is picking up the ball here into Pinto, who's getting it to Gonçalves, and he is gonna cross it in. There we go. Into Da Silva, who is gonna get a penalty. It's gonna go to VAR, but it is a penalty. I know that already, but we don't know if we're gonna score. I haven't actually seen the results from the other two games in the last 5 minutes or so, or 2 minutes, because this highlight was a pretty long one. So let's see if we can get a goal here. That would basically guaranteeing that we are gonna win it, right? Also a yellow card for Pinto there. Well, let's see who's gonna take it. It's probably Enrique. He's fairly good on the penalties, Enrique. I think he's scored all the penalties so far in the season, like 3 or 4 of them. And he's also gonna score that one. That is gonna make it 3-0. And still no news in the other 2 games. It's still 1-1 in Firenze, and it's still a 0-0 in Olivirense. So right now it looks like we are going to win the league. Oh no! No! 1 minute into the overtime. 1 minute into the overtime, Olivirense have scored, and they are taking the first place. Are you kidding me, game? Come on, man. Because they got a better record against us than we have against them, they are taking the first place. Oh, that is such a bad... Oh, I hate that so much. Why is it not goal score? Because then we would have won this one. Oh, that is such an unfair thing to happen. But, I mean... maybe not. Maybe not. Hopefully TND can score in the last couple of minutes here. I don't know how long their overtime is, but ours is just about to end. Ah, oh, that is such a salty moment. I can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened. Full time at the Estadio Municipal de Albufeira. Yep, we did win it quite comfortably, I would say. But the problem is, I think they also did. Yeah. So they, oh, that's really not, I hate that so much. So while we do have scored 13 more goals than them, we are not gonna win the league because they have a better record against us. That is unfortunate, but we are promoted. We are promoted into the best league, but it's not gonna be as champions. Unfortunately not. I really hope we could win this one, but when did they actually score that goal? 88th, so it wasn't in the overtime, but 88th minute, they secured their promotion and also the title in the 88th minute. God dang it. Well, there it is. What a season it was. I mean, it was overall an absolutely fantastic season. Just a little bit salty that we didn't win the title here at the end, but hey, they were the better team in the end. They actually won 1 more game than us, so I can't really complain too much about it. They won 20, we only won 19. So there it is. Olivirense, title, Immortal, promotion. I am okay with that. In the we're gonna wait with all the data hub stuff and all the statistics and all of that, and also the review. We're gonna wait with that until the next episode, because this one is already long enough as it is. Might as well make more episodes. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this last game or last episode here in the last in our, is it 4th? No, it's 5th season. This is our 5th season. Fantastic that we get promoted in our... Is that back to back? Yeah, it's back to... Is it back to back to back? No, I don't think so. Actually, we can check up on that up here, can't we? Profile... No, my history. Job history. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no, it's not back to back. Yeah, it's back to back, but not back to back to back. It's not 3 times, it's 2 times. So still, that's incredible. But unfortunately, still no titles for us, which is... Yeah, I mean, at some point, we will probably get a title. Hopefully, we will bring honors to the club at some point, but not quite yet. But we are, I mean, now we are getting up to the Premier League, and I am absolutely worried about the next season. 100%. I am so worried that we are just gonna struggle a lot next season and maybe just get, you know, relegated again. I don't hope that's gonna happen, but it could definitely happen. But anyway, yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you around in the next one.